Hello everybody. It's Saturday morning. Don't remember what the date is. September 20th, 2025. The Chevelle is starting to get a stutter to it, so we're going to go ahead and pull these spark plugs out, give them a nice cleaning, and put them back in, because I don't have any new ones right now. So we're going to do that and fire her up and see how she's idling. And tomorrow there's a car show at the Hoffman Ball Field in Frostburg. It's a tribute car show to Sean Miller, that lost his life in a motorcycle accident. I'm not sure if he's my age or if he's a little younger. I don't know that part. I don't really know that person, but I know a few people that do know him. So that's where we're going to head to tomorrow, unless it rains or whatever. I forget what even time it starts. I think it starts at 10 or 11. Something like that, to like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I don't know those details yet. I have a flyer on my phone, but I'm not sure. I don't remember what it said. So this is what we're going to do here. We're going to clean these plugs, and I will kind of show you the little story that spark plugs have to tell when you pull them out. So now I'm going to have to find a spot and zip tie my phone holder to it so I can get this underway. And I'll show you the little tricks I do to get the plugs out. And I'm going to start on this passenger side because it is the worst. It is just fucking terrible. So hang on. My dad must be feeling better today. Get the old kidney stoners. So that's always awesome. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is pull out this dipstick. We're down about a half quart. I'm going to have to go get some diesel oil somewhere today. Put it in this bitch. Okay, set the dipstick right over here. I really should have something on my fender here. A couple t-shirts. A couple of old t-shirts. Hopefully they're not covered with mouse shit. All right, and away we go here. Yeah, this is the worst side. What else I'm going to have to do is take my valve cover studs off this side. This is the side the sun is glaring in on. I don't know if shutting the door here will work much better or not. It's a little bit better. All right. Next thing, we're going to go ahead and take all the spark plugs loose, or the boots. This is usually the time where I break my fingernails pulling these off here. It's been a while since I've had them out. So, okay, leave this up here. Out of the road. Which now you can see makes it kind of, you can't really see very good down in there, can you? We have to tie this fucker up somehow. Let's see. There we go. I think I got it. All right. Let's continue, shall we? One thing you want to have in your possession is one of these squiggly looking fucking wrenches. It might work. My dad's old Craftsman wrenches work a little better. I have to go down there and get it. One of these. These are the Chrome Vanadium from Harbor Freight. Yeah, this is one of your worst plugs right here. There we go. You can see my dipstick tube there is loose. That's that aftermarket bullshit, but it does help whenever you're doing this. Take out some of my trash here. Alright. Unbelievably, I have to get on a goddamn stool because I'm so fucking short to reach this damn plug back here. I gotta be real careful not to fall. Oh, I'll probably have to wrench more on that. I can't even get it loose with my hands. It's a pain in the ass. It's pretty loose right there, I think. I used to be able to do this really fast in the past. These are the same headers I've had on this car since I bought it. That's a problem right there. You can't get your damn hands down in there to get them. It's really awkward. It's an awkward spot. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Now tighten back up. Ah, baby, where'd my wrench go? There it is. This is what takes the time. That's why I always start on this side. Because if you don't, this, by the time you get to this one, then you won't want to pull it out and look at it, you know. My dad, he despises these headers like the fucking plague. I can't get my fingers down in there. That's the trouble. I can't really remember how I did this in the past. There we go. Oh, man. Holy shit. Woo. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. You can see. If you can see. See how, if I can focus. Focus, damn you. It's not awful. Can't get the damn camera to focus here. Here we go. Okay, you can see there, it isn't too terrible, but it does need cleaned up. Here's your ethanol on this side. See, this is what happens to these bastards. They get all gunked up with ethanol. Plus, you know, you can see the oil. I have leaky valve seals in these heads. And with a small block Chevy, yes, prepare yourself for leaky valve seals. Because these engines, they naturally smoke. That's just nature of the beast. They smoke. It's not awful, but it's enough to make it, you know, not perform at high RPMs. Is it? Okay. Now this is about as clean as you're going to get her. Unless you have access to a bead blaster of some kind. You can stick them in one of those blasting cabinets and get those nice fine glass beads and hit it with those. Those really work nice and clean these up real good. I just have a bench grinder with a wire fucking wheel on it. That's what I've always cleaned these up in the past with. So this is about as good as it gets. So I might try to get a small file in there. A tiny one if I can find one. And knock some of that shit off of there. We got here. That electrode is what you want cleaned up nice. And then, you know, the shit around it, the cage around it, want that nice and clean. You can't really gap these either. That's not something you can do. They gap them where they're made at. So, but I think that'll work. It's not the cleanest. I can't get in every little cranny. I do have a really old spark plug cleaning thing that my dad always used to use. I'm not sure where the hell that thing is. It's like a goddamn pocket knife. It's got these little brushes on it. It's got a gapper on it. And you just, whatever you can't get off the wire wheel, it's nice to have those to run it through there. Now, here comes the awesome task of trying to get it back in the fucking hole without dropping the bastard. Okay. If I can get in here. Oh my God, I'm going to hell for that. Holy fucking shit. Oh my. Yeah, I'm going straight to fucking hell for that. That was way too easy. So you know what that means. That next one's really going to be bad. Alright. And we're going to tighten it up. It don't have to be ultra mega fucking tight. Alright. So now I'm going to head to the next one. Somebody on a side by side here. This is another hard one to get to. Let's see what we can do here. shit. Still got a wrench on that one. The wrong side. Here we go. I think we got it out far enough. And I can get it with my fingers. All right. Woo! Let's see. Yeah, that one's more of the same. It's got a little more ethanol buildup on it. See the end here? The white shit, chalky looking shit. It's kind of like sand. That ethanol breaks down when your car sits. The ethanol breaks down. This is what builds up in your fuel line too, and in the bottom of your carburetor. And it's like, and then when you take the fuel out of your carburetor, like to clean the bowls or whatever, this stuff will lay on the bottom, and you have to get a bunch of that carburetor cleaner and spray in there, and it'll wash this shit right out. Yeah, this is... My fucking camera went out of focus. Here we go. Yeah, it's some lethal fucking garbage. That's why we need to stop this. I'd say there needs to be about 110 octane at the pump without the ethanol. Need to get rid of the ethanol. I use a little engraver tool, or whatever the fuck I can grab, to run in around those prongs where the spark arcs from the electrode. I mean, this is a good bead blast on this would work really well. But yeah, there you go. And as you can see, 27 minutes in and we're still fucking with the first two plugs. Okay. You want all that trash off of them. These are the E3s. I got these off of Evil Bay. They're a lot cheaper on there than what you can buy them locally for. But yeah, they're real expensive around here because I don't know why. I guess I don't know. Everything else is, so why not? And it's just crock shit. So it's just the big money game. When I was a younger man, and I was a lot thinner, I could get over these fenders and do this shit no problem at all. That's what made it so much faster back in the day. But I don't think I can get it in here this way. Probably not. Let's see if I can get it fucked back in there this way. It's makes you have a lot of fatigue here doing it this way, leaning off of a step stool and then going down in. Holy fuck, I got it. Wow. Yeah, I tell you, peeps, I'm going to hell. Going to fucking hell. Oh, I got it. Wow, that never happens. Lock on 10. All right, let's tighten this bad boy back up. There we go. Just a little snug. Just snug them a little bit. You don't have to go fucking batshit crazy on them. All right, the death corner's done. The next two are the easiest. They're not hard at all to get. So we have more than half of the game in the fucking bag here. The problem I have with the other side is number 7 there in the back is the steering arm. I have to weasel a ratchet and extension back around that. So let's see, what do we got here? Oh, I don't want that one. I guess we'll use this one. Here's my trusty Napa ratchet and some kind of fucking, I don't know, retorted looking fucking spark plug socket, I guess. It'll work. I take the rubber out of some of these, because that rubber is a pain in the ass sometimes. And a lot of times I got them completely full of fucking trash. Yeah, that one I'm gonna have to ratchet out of there. Wow. Okay, let's see here. Let me put a little extension on that. Come on, where are you at? Come on. La, 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 la. Damn you. Damn you. Shit. Damn you. What the fuck? No wonder. No wonder I couldn't find my good plug socket. It was stuck to a goddamn extension in here. This will probably be too fucking long. What do we got here? Oh, no wonder. No wonder, look at this. I got you now. Yes. Ah. Ah. Get on there, damn you. Ah. Yes. You're mine now. Okay, there it is. Come on out there. Ooh, shit. God damn. Boy, now that's some ethanol buildup now. Holy fucking shit. Look at that motherfucker. Look at that buildup. Focus, you whore. There we go. Yeah. Now that is some fucking ethanol buildup right there. Look, it's got a chunk in it. A chunk broke away. For fuck's sakes. That is just horrendous. Wow. Oh man, yeah. This bank over here burns oil, and it does it on and off. It's like when I'm drifting downhill, I'm off the throttle, and it's doing its pop, pop, pop out the tailpipes. Well, this side starts to smoke. And I can see it in the rearview mirror. And then it really starts to smoke when I give it gas to go up the next hill. Then you really see the smoke show behind me. But then it clears out. Put it this way, I can't see it anymore after I clear it out. And it's not because the mixture's too rich or anything like that. It's the valve seals. It's those umbrella seals in there. So let's clean this baby up and see what we get. go. Alright. There we go. And another one. Focus. There we go. I cleaned it all up. It's almost like new, except for, the electrode and stuff isn't white in there. Now, what you really want is you want them kind of like not really black. You want them kind of like burning they got like a white. They're burning nice and white. That's what you really want. That's damn near perfect. But, shit happens. Shit. Fucking happens. Oh, I ate a pizza last night and I'm still burping that fucker up. And again, give them a snug. You don't have to fucking kill yourself. There we go. Of course, unless you're putting spark plugs in a 4.6 liter Ford V8, then you got to torque them down. I actually put a little Loctite on those because, they like to blow the fuck out and rip the threads out of the holes. I've never had a small block do that. Number 2 here is more oily than anything else. But it does also have ethanol built up on it. But you can see the burning oil and the ethanol build up on there. I wish I had a bore scope to get down in those and check them out, but I don't have one. My brother-in-law has one, but I don't have one. And I hear you can get one for your phone. It plugs into your charging port or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, you got a bunch of ethanol build up, plus you got oil build up on top of the ethanol, and that's your smoke show. And I noticed that, around 4,000 RPMs, it starts to sputter. And, that's what happens. That's how you know. And another trick is to find filed plugs. If you're having an issue with it missing through your RPM band and you can feel it jerking and stuff, what you do is let it sit overnight, or for a couple hours, let it cool down to where everything is just, room temperature. Fire it up for like 10 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. I think it's like 3 to 5 seconds. Fire it up and shut it back down. And then come out here with your hands and grab the header tubes. You'll feel which cylinder is not firing, because that header tube will be ice cold. And the other ones may actually, be kind of hot to the touch. But that's another good way to figure that out. Uncle Big Block taught me that. about as good as we're going to get her here. To get down in the cracks next to the electrode and stuff, I use this engraving tool. Get these at Harbor Freight for, I don't know, like $1. Just take 2 AAA batteries inside. Or are they double A? I don't know. I don't remember. Good as new. Here we go. And that one's cleaner yet. Yeah. Not bad, if I do say so myself here. Okay. I tell you, it's kind of hard to get in all the nooks and crannies. I just hold it on the damn wire wheel best I can. So, there's that. Snug it down. Okay. Just make sure they're tight. You know they're loose, they'll wobble in the holes. So, I'm using my trusty Craftsman spark plug socket. And there's no rubber in there. Can't really see in it. I don't like using the rubber on these. That comes in handy when you're fucking with spark plugs and then one of them Fords out there, because a lot of times I like to have a piece of 3/8 fuel line because the holes are so deep. On Dodge Chargers, these newer ones with the Hemi, they're nice to get that 3/8 rubber fuel hose on the end of the plug to start them down in the holes, because your fingers can't get down there, and a lot of times your spark plug socket with the rubber inside of it will pull out. It'll pull off the fucking extension. It'll be down there in the that fucking spark plug hole. You won't be able to get to it. That's a pain in the dick. I've dealt with that before. What I usually do, well, I got one now that I welded. I welded the fucking socket to the extension, and it's got the rubber in it. Now, what I'll do is I'll put one down there to loosen it up a lot of times now. I don't use that rubber boot. I'll use one of the spark plug sockets without the boot in it. I'll run it down there, loosen the plug, get it nice and loose, pull all that up out. Then I'll get that 3/8 rubber fuel hose and jam down on the end of that fucking spark plug, and then turn it out with my hands. I'll turn on the end of the hose. It will unthread that plug, and you can pull it clear out of the hole. No trouble at all. It really works fantastic. And it keeps, the motherfucks down. So you don't have to constantly sit around bitching, raise hell, and squeal and holler like you're fucking insane. So, yeah. All right, everybody. Now comes the part where we put the loom back down. Now, let me see here. I got to remember my spark plugs. 1, 8. This one is number 8. It goes clear on the back. Now, a lot of times, what I'll have to do is don't lose sight of the one you need. Okay. This is where you're going to have to take it out of the loom here. This loom is a pain in the ass sometimes. But you can put that electrical grease on them if you want to. All I'm short. Too damn short, god damn it. Fuck. There you go. When you hear the click, it's on there, baby. Okay, now we've got, what do we got here? We got number 6. Number 6 is hard to get on, too. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a pain in the fucking dick to get the fuck on there. Oh, shit. Here we go. I can reach my finger through the tubes. Here. There it went. The little click. Okay. Here's number 4. Click, click. And click. There we fucking go, bitches. Now. You rotten bitch, you. Let's see here. What do we got? What the fuck do we got going on here? Yeah, this is a pain in the cock here sometimes. Because you got wires and shit fucking up. I got that wrapped around the wrong way. You dirty, dirty bitch. Well now. You rotten bastard. Oh, I got it around the wrong way. Got around the loom here the wrong way. But instead of taking it off the plug, we're going to take it off the cap, baby. Fish it the fuck around here. I got you, you dirty, dirty bitch. Here we go. Oh, what? There we go. Let's see now. What the fuck is going on? Like, oh, god damn you. Come on. Come on. Get around. There we go. There we go. We got her now. Oh, it's very important to make sure you don't have any fucking wires touching your goddamn headers. Because them headers get extremely hot. Like, you know, while you're going, especially sometimes if you get lean. If you really get lean, you get like in thousands of degrees with these header pipes. They glow red. I've had them. I've taken this thing on long rides. I've opened the hood after coming home in the garage here. And these babies will be cherry fucking red. I mean, they look like they're going to melt. But they don't. But that's why people don't like them. Because when they get really hot like that, it goes through them gaskets like crazy. Now, I have a solution for that. These gaskets, these Proform and Mr. Gasket and all, and they make an aluminum type gasket. You can get them copper ones if you want. They're all right. But I get these aluminum, these soft aluminum ones, and they're layered. So they can last for years and years and years. What you do is you make sure your header surface is nice and flat or free from burrs, like welding burrs left over. Stuff like, like slag and stuff that gets on them. And the factory, a lot of times, does not fuck with that shit. They'll just let them go out the door that way. Oh. Okay. So there's that one. There's that side. And of course, as you can see it with me jibber jabbering and monkeying around and trying to get things loose and get my fingers to work properly, it takes a little bit to get these plugs, clean them up. Let's see here. Just make sure there's no wires hitting them fucking... I've had them burn off on headers before, but it'd take you about almost an hour just to do one fucking side. And it happens. I mean, there's not much you can do about it. It happens. Whoopity-doo. So, anyway, there you go on the spark plug cleanup. I gotta do the other side yet. I'll pain you that fucking... I'll save you that pain of me going through that shit. So, I'm gonna cut you free here. Get my pliers out. Cut the phone down. Okay. I'll step on that 4 or 5 days before I throw it away. Anyway. Okay. So that is... There's the basket I got to step on to get to those last two plugs. So anywho, here's the spark plug cleanup on the Mighty Mouse 350. Ooh. Actually, it's a 355. And that one is actually a 375. This one's bored 30, takes it up 5 cubic inches. That one's bored 40 and takes it up to the 375. So, yeah. I really, really love that fucking engine right there. And I have a thing with these rubber things sticking. It's supposed to be down there. It's up there. Anyway. So there you go, and maybe we'll start it here. After I'm done, I guess it don't really matter. It'll just sound the same because it didn't sound much different at idle. It will eventually, if you let it go. So, it's nice to do this. Now, another thing I want to tell you, those E3 plugs. Have me a seat here. Get my scrub brush stuff off my chair. Anyway. Meadow flake. Ooh. There's my garbage. Okay. Those E3 spark plugs, they are definitely a very smart buy. If you get a chance, get on Evil Bay. I don't know if Amazon has them or not. But get on Evil Bay and get those E3 spark plugs. I know people that drag race cars that are heavily modified. And these cars are beaten in the race season. I know a guy that runs these plugs for 2 seasons and then changes them. And he said it's not because they're getting fouled or they're not performing. It's that he just feels the need to change them. So he does it. Now these plugs, these E3s, I have had in this car since the rebuild. I haven't changed the plugs in it yet. I haven't put new ones in it. Now, they've lasted for years with the shitty fucking ethanol and all of my fucking carburetor changes and oil changes, and this is the second time I've cleaned them up to put them back in there. And like back in the day when I ran the 45 TS AC Delcos in the old 375 over here, I used to have to take them out and clean them up. I could get 3 cleanups on them, and then I'd have to chuck them because they were junk after that. They just would not work no longer. So I would go buy new ones, install them. Really good hot burning plug. It's a really good plug, the 45 TS, but you can't find them no more. They have discontinued the 45 TS for some unknown fucking reason. Now they have them stupid, shitty fucking rapid fire AC Delcos. They suck. Them motherfuckers, they file damn near after the fucking startup. They're a bunch of fucking garbage. I hate them bastards. I bought a set one time. And back in the day, I used to be able to get 8 Delco fucking Remy 45 TS AC Delco, spark plugs. For like, I could buy 8 of them for, what was they? 75 cents a plug back then. It's a couple bucks. I could get these plugs. And then they went up to $1. And it was like $8 to get a set. $8 or $9, $10. Which still wasn't bad. These E3s cost me, what the fuck was it? It was like $40 couple dollars off of Evil Bay. Of course, that was back when we built this engine, put it in here. Now, I don't know if the price is still sticking the same. Probably not, because everything else is up, because why not? Anyway, I would say they're probably more now, but it's still cheaper than around here, because you're going to have yourself about $70 to $80 in a set of E3 spark plugs here at the local Advanced or Napa or CarQuest, AutoZone, O'Reilly's. You're going to have yourself, closer to $100 for a set of spark plugs for an old fucking small block Chevy. GM really hates the old small block Chevys. They wish the fuck they would have never made that bastard. But I'm telling you, an engine designed from 1955, they used it clear up until the early 2000s. Jesus Christ. Can you ask for a better fucking engine? Seriously, people. I don't care if you're diehard Ford, Chrysler, or you like imports. You gotta admit, these Chevy small blocks are fucking tough as fuck. They're reliable. They're hogs. They're fucking gas hogs. Some of them have unbelievably low horsepower. And, some of them don't run worth a fuck. But they still fucking fire up. They pull shit. You can drag stuff around with them. They don't have gobs of torque. But fuck. Look how many different sizes small blocks they fucking made. The 265 was the first one. Then the 283. Then, what the fuck else do we have? We had the 320. Well, the 302. The 307. 305. 327. 350. 400. They had, what was it? I think they had a what was it? Or no, I'm sorry, a 260, I think. Don't quote me on that one. I think they had a 260 small block Chevy. Not real sure on that one. I don't. Nothing's kind of foggy. But still, small block Chevy, and it's proven its fucking weight over the years. Me and my dad, when I was a teenager, he used to go out and get a bunch of small block Chevys through the week, and on the weekend we would tear them down to see what they was. The 305s we got rid of. The 350s we kept. But if the crankshaft was bad, we end up chucking them. Or if we would get it to machine shop and they would check it and say, oh, the block's cracked, which you can fix them. But my dad, he's like, fuck that. Nope. Junk. He'd throw it away. So I would tear these things down every weekend. We had a fucking blast. Then, I'd ride with him to the bar. I'd eat some chicken wings. He'd get to drinking. I'd end up driving him home. And it was a fucking blast. It was so much fun. I miss those days so bad. And I learned so much, tearing them engines down and seeing everything. And plus, I helped him build a whole bunch of them. I've built a few. I've built this one over. I helped him with this one. I built a 305. I built a 2.8 V6 one time. I fixed a lot of them 256 cylinders. They're another good fucking motor, unless you get that integrated one from the 80s that has the integrated head intake combo. Those are junk. Those heads crack all the time because of that issue. But the older ones that have the separate intake from the head are fantastic, and you can't fucking kill them. It's just like the fucking 306 that Ford makes. You just can't fucking kill it. I've seen those run with no oil. I've seen 305s. I had one that I ran it out of oil, and the top end got to clatter, and I never spun no bearings. I put more oil in it and headed home, and it took it. It fucking took the beating. I beat the literal fucking hell out of a 305 that I had here one time. It was out of an 85 Chevrolet pickup. It was at a dealership up here in Grantsville, Castleman Motors, or Billy Bender Chevrolet, whatever you want to call it. A good place to buy a fucking Chevy. One of his brothers had this 85 Chevrolet pickup, and they ran it, beat the shit out of it, sold it, somebody else bought it. They beat the shit out of it, busted the fucking block, cracked the cylinder is what they did. They cracked the cylinder, had an antifreeze pouring in the fucking crankcase. My brother-in-law ended up with it up here, and I told him I was looking for a 305 to put in an old 83 Chevy truck that I had that had the inline 250 with the integrated head intake thing. And it got a burnt valve, and I kept running it. I could put a can of engine restore in that, and it would cure that burnt valve stutter and miss for a little while. For like, I don't know, 15 days, like every 15 to 20 days, I'd have to pour another can of that shit in there. But anyway, I built that 305. I had it sleeved. I had it bored 30. So it was a 305 and 5 QB. It was a 310 then. Basically same stroke, just a different bore. I had a cylinder put in, had them all bored 30 over from factory. Flat top, hyper-eutectic pistons. Bought a set of heads off of Uncle Big Block that was poured and polished. They were heads off of another 305. These heads were fucking insanely fucking ported. There was it looked like they were going to bust. But they didn't. I put them on that old 305. I put aluminum intake on that thing. Actually, I had the cast intake on it for a while because it was port matched to the heads. That fucking thing, if there would have been steeper gears in that truck, that 305 would have fucking rocked even better than what it did. I hauled loads with that truck. I've had the bumper almost dragging on the ground on the back of it. Dragging shit with this fucking 305 and that shitty 200 fucking transmission that was in it, that automatic. It slipped so bad shifting from low two to drive. I wondered if it was even going to make it into fucking drive. It was so bad. But it kept up. It fucking humped it. And I mean, you can't go wrong with a small block Chevy. You just can't. You can't go wrong with one. Sure, a big block Chevy's better. You got more torque. You got more horsepower. But you can't run the RPMs you can run a small block Chevy. You run a big block 65, $7,000 without a fucking forged crank, you're going to spin some fucking bearings. You're going to ruin some shit. I've ran this 375 to 7,800, and she held together. I'd run it that down her fucking drag strip one time. I've ran it that RPM around here a time or two, not on purpose, but because I had a brain fart and left it run up that high. I mean, and with 430 gears, runs up pretty goddamn quick if you're not used to it. So, anyway, but if another thing about the small block Chevy, guess what? They ran in all the movie Batmobiles. The fucking small block Chevy 350. Oh, everybody's saying, oh my God, the Batmobile, huh? Yeah. In 1989, Michael Keaton's Batman, the Batmobile, was powered by a 350 small block Chevy. And then that rocket shit on the back, they had a propane tank hooked up to that. That was for movie shit. That was for comic book authenticity. Then the really ugly Batmobiles after that, they all had 350 Chevys in them. Those other Batmobiles were ugly. Then we got to the Nolan's Batman with what the fuck's his name? Shit. What the fuck's his name? Christian Bale played Batman. Those three awesome fucking Dark Knight movies. Fucking badass movies with the fucking Tumbler. The Tumbler was a custom built fucking vehicle. It had a small block Chevy in it. You hear the roar of that fucking engine. That ain't no sound effect. That's what that motherfucker sounded like. Roaring down the road. They had so much cam and fucking horsepower dumped in that bitch. And then it had straight cut rear ends out of some kind of fucking military vehicle, I think. I'm not real sure about that. But I know I watched Jay Leno's Garage and they had the Tumbler on there. And it was so loud they all had to wear fucking earmuffs because of the straight cut gears and the winding of that small block Chevy. It was just fucking batshit crazy. You should check that episode out. It's awesome. And then the Batmobile that kind of looked like a Charger, it also had a small block Chevy in it. Ben Affleck's, I don't know about that one. But that Batmobile and that terrible Batman movie that had the black Catwoman and Sparkle Boy from the vampire movies. What's them stupid movies called? Twilight. Old Sparkles, he played Batman. I call him Sparkles because, you know, he's a bitch. Oh, look at my vampire skinny Sparkles. The best thing, they should have let me direct the last movie. The last one. We could have had Blade come in. Wesley Snipes as Blade come in and fucking murder all of them. Get rid of them all. The end. Ha ha. That would have been funny. Oh, I would have loved that. That would have been so fucking hilarious. Here I am fucking rambling on again. But anyway, if you want a good, reliable fucking motor, any of those Chevy small blocks will kick you in your balls. So, the best thing to do, if you're looking for something cheap to build, I suggest you go with a 350. But if you can't find one, a 305 will do. 307s don't have much top end. You can't really run them high RPMs with those because they just, the stroke in those 307s just ain't as good. 305 is a very good choice. 283, very good choice. 327, even better if you can find one. They are very scarce. The 400, you might want to get a steel crank for that because they're bearing spinning bitches too. Now, I don't know if that's because of poor oiling system or what, but I'm sure a machine shop would know what to do so you can get better oiling to those 400s, because for some reason that block design is just a little bit different. But anyhow, make sure you try to stay away from the Mexican small block Chevys because the casting is very thin in the lifter valley and they crack there. And when they crack, they'll create a vacuum. They'll actually build up a vacuum in the crankcase, build up pressure, and blow your dipstick out. They do that. They will do that when that lifter valley busts. Plus, you'll have antifreeze in your fucking oil. It'll look like, thick, heavy cream in there that, somebody put a dash of fucking caramel coloring in with it. But it sure as hell don't taste like coffee creamer, I can tell you that. So anyway, everybody, this has been the 70 Chevelle spark plug cleanup day. Car show's tomorrow. I will have that show on video. I'm going to have to do all my fucking chores today that I do on Sundays. I have to do them today. I have to take all the trash up, clean up the house, make my rounds here, do whatever errands I got to do. So we're going to start on the next bank on the driver's side so I can cuss and scream and holler without all you hearing me, because I'm sure I'm going to run into some bullshit. So anyway, everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. And everybody have an awesome weekend.